In 1978, Vietnam was a nation finally reunited after 30 long years of war. But peace was fragile, and history was about to turn a new, brutal page, opening a decade defined by fire and blood. Two fierce wars erupted almost simultaneously, one with Cambodia on its southwestern border, and another with China in the north. This is the story of Vietnam from 1978 to 1988, a decade of flames and sacrifice. After 1975, neighboring Cambodia fell under the savage rule of the Khmer Rouge, led by the infamous Pol Pot. Their regime orchestrated a horrific genocide, murdering millions of its own people. Not content with internal slaughter, they launched repeated brutal attacks on Vietnam's border villages, massacring innocent civilians. Vietnam pleaded for peace, but the attacks only escalated. By late 1978, with its people under constant threat, Vietnam had no choice but to strike back. In a swift counteroffensive, Vietnamese forces crossed the border, and by January 1979, they had captured the Cambodian capital, Phnom Penh. This decisive action brought an end to the Khmer Rouge's reign of terror and stopped the genocide. But as one fire was extinguished, another was ignited. In February 1979, just weeks after the fall of Phnom Penh, China, an ally of the Khmer Rouge, mobilized over 600,000 troops and launched a massive invasion across Vietnam's 6 northern provinces. For one grueling month, some of the most intense battles since the end of the American War raged across the mountains of Lang Sang Cao, BNG, and Lo Tse. Chinese forces advanced with overwhelming numbers, but were met with fierce resistance from Vietnamese soldiers and local militias. After declaring they had taught Vietnam a lesson, Chinese troops began their withdrawal. However, this was not the end. For nearly a decade,